ETF is exchange traded fund. Okay, this sounds not easy and I simplify everything on my channel for the very beginners. Do you want to make 13% on your money? Okay. You have 10,000 and after 1 year you have 11,300. Sounds better, right? You need to know what is ETF and how to buy its shares. Look until the end to see how to do it. Imagine you want to eat fruits and vegetables every day. You can go to a market and buy every fruit and vegetable you like, you have heard about, you have read about, or you can buy a basket of fruits and vegetables some farmer will be choosing every day for you. 50 years ago, this basket comprised oranges, apples, bananas. Nowadays, it's avocado, asparagus. What else is popular among hipsters these days? The farmer would track what is popular now in fruits and vegetables category and will provide you with the basket each day. The price of the basket will be based on the price of what is inside. This is fruits and vegetables ETF. So you know what are shares, right? Like Apple company shares. It has a price and is traded on stock exchange. It means that every day someone is buying these shares and someone is selling these shares, like on fruit and vegetables market. If the number of traders who wants to buy the share is bigger than the ones who want to sell it, its price goes up and vice versa. Demand versus supply, not say. This is a chart. It represents the price of one share at each particular time period. If you choose hours as a time frame, it will show what was the price of Apple shares at every hour. If you choose days, it will show what was the price of one share on a particular day during some period of time in the past. Okay, now when we understand what is a share and how its price is shown on a chart, let's talk about ETF. ETFs can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same way that the regular share can. So ETF is a company, as in Apple's shares example, and it has its own shares as well. Instead of a company, finance world used the word fund. So this is the fund which has its own shares. In Apple example, we know what is Apple's business. They make iPhones, MacBooks, etc. The fund's business we're talking about is investments into shares of different companies like Apple. So ETF is a fund which has its own shares traded on stock exchange, and the primary activity of this fund is to buy and hold shares of different companies and other investments also. If you believe that electric cars will succeed and all the cars in the future will be electric, you want to invest into this idea, right? But there are plenty of companies which make electric cars. You probably heard about Tesla and you think, why do you need this magic ETF if I can just buy Tesla's shares? But are you sure that Tesla will be there, a leading electric vehicles company in 10 or 20 years? I think Nokia and Motorola also thought that they will be leading smartphone companies in the future. So you just want to invest into something related to electric cars now so you can sell it in 10 or 20 years, but not to bother about some electric cars companies will go bankrupt or some will be very successful and no one knows which exactly. So this is what ETF is for. So you look for ETF which invests into the entire electric cars industry company's shares. It buys Tesla's share, BMW, Toyota and many more in all countries and different sizes companies. If the new company for electric cars incorporates in the future, the fund will consider buying its shares. And you as investor don't need to track all of that. All you need is to buy shares of electric cars ETF and the fund will do all the job for you. ETF share price works almost same as index. Please look at the video about S&P 500 index on my channel. I invest into ETF called VTI. Let's look closer at it. It is a fund managed by the big investment company Vanguard. The price of its share now is $213. Its strategy is to track the performance of the CRSP US Total Market Index. This index is a well-known indicator of the performance of the US stock market as a whole. It includes almost 4,000 companies across mega, large, small and micro capitalizations and covers nearly 100% of the US investable equity market. So if you want to invest in the United States economy, you just buy VTI ETF shares. Its shares grew up by 13% this year, which means if you bought the shares for 10,000 a year ago, now you would have 11,300. US economy is the strongest in the world now, so it's a good investment. There are similar ETFs for China markets or India markets or all emerging markets like Brazil, India, Turkey, etc. Though there are all sorts of baskets on investment markets similar to fruits and vegetables market. This is how to buy VTI ETF shares using interactive broker. Please use my referral link in the description to register with this broker. Please subscribe to my channel to see more content like this, and if you know good ETFs to buy, please let me know in comments.